Good morning, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Thursday. We're in Geneva and we've got low-level cloud. What a beautiful view there in the background. I love the fact you can just see the sun poking through just on the northern face of the mountain ridge there. That's Microsoft Flight Simulator to a T, isn't it? Little bits of beautiful scenery. And today we're going to be in the A320neo, so a real ops flight, real world flight. And when I saw this flight this morning was conducted as an A320neo operations, I thought, well, you know what, it's been a while since we flew the FlyByWire Neo, so why not, let's give it a whirl. We're in the experimental version this morning, so I haven't been keeping too up to date with what the guys have been doing at FlyByWire, so it's going to be nice to see if there's any major differences or anything, but definitely a nice change. One of the things I did have to remember was to change my control settings though, because they are slightly different for the Phoenix than they are the Fly-by-Wire. And I don't mean the side stick's the same, but of course the binding for the thrust levers, making sure all the detents are set correctly. Greg Pete, 5500, resubbing tier 1 for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much, Greg, on Twitch. Really do appreciate that. Good morning to you and all our other Twitch viewers, and to our YouTube viewers as well. Good morning, guys. Who've we got just popping into the chat this morning? So on Twitch, Ned's there as well. TK is there too. Nick, BAW 464 is there on Twitch. Good morning, Nick. And on YouTube we have our wonderful, amazing, dedicated channel members. Dr. Magic, Mark, good to see you guys. Who else we got? Beluga, Barry Bartson. Barry, we're off to your home airport, the wonderful Brussels. It's been a while, so looking forward to getting there today. AC Stream, hello to you. And George Chadwick, Castleve as well. And just Willie, Happy New Year to you, Willie. It's been a while since we spoke, so yeah, indeed, Happy New Year, and a channel member for 20 months. Dr. Magic, thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the channel, my friend, and thank you so much for your support. Is it just me, or is it very loud here at Geneva this morning? We've got some ATC, so that's nice. Let's jump on board. Operational flight plan is pinned to the chat as always if you are watching on YouTube, so you can go and grab that if you wish. Let's get on board and see if we can remember how to power up an aircraft. First flight of the day. So we are in a nice cold and dark state this morning, as you can see. So yeah, I have to remember the power up flows. We don't do them that often. Middle of the day flights, it's always a nice turnaround state, isn't it? So let's just do the before power flow. Did I say we got VATSIM ATC as well this morning? So that's good. Right, so just before we power up our aircraft, we've got radar and predictive wind shear is off. Engine mode selectors are at normal. Engine 1 mast levers, engine 2 mast levers, they're obviously both off. Landing gear lever is down, and both wipers off and off. Right, we can power up our aircraft. I think we've got the GPU sat waiting for us. Yeah, we do indeed. So let's check the voltage. Battery voltage is fine. Okay, let's give it a bit of power. There we go. Right, so the battery external power's done. We'll just wait for the clicks and everything, then we'll do the APU fire test, and then we'll start setting everything up. Oh, everything looks quite dark. We're definitely going to have to turn the screens up there. Hi Fly, Happy New Year to you. Beluga on PC was trying to join the stream late last night, but it was a little bit too late. I was going to ask, do I use Navigraph nav data? Yes, I do. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I think it's nice to be in the fly-by-wire for a change. Definitely don't want to disregard the fly-by-wire totally, because the work that the fly-by-wire team have done has just been legendary for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I think it's something that deserves time and respect. Right, there's our clicks. Has he just landed? What runway are we on? We're on 22 today, so... right, there's our clicks, so let's do the APU fire test. Okay, APU fire test is all done. Whilst we're up here, we'll do engine 1. some reason I can't appear to scroll down while I'm doing this. I can in the Phoenix. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so the idea being obviously to look at the lower ear cams and the firelight buttons, but yeah, don't know why we can't do that. Never mind. Right, let's get nav data. Mode selectors in. McDo's connected to SimBridge server. I'm not using the external McDo today, so don't worry too much about that. Let's just set up the well, before we go any further, I'll complete the setup in a moment. Just want to tune in and get the ATIS here, because then we'll do the full setup. Let me see, what's the frequency here? 13557. Nick, I really need to get you in as a mod on Twitch, because all your links are getting hidden at the moment, but maybe we'll have to just type it in discreetly somehow. 13557. Right, see if we can get that, get some weather info.
Clouds. Few at 1,200 feet, scattered at 3,500 feet, broken at 6,500 feet. Temperature 2.8. QNH 1029. Nosig. Geneva Information Golf.
We'll just listen to all of that from the beginning.
This is Geneva Information Golf at 1020. ILS approach runway 22. Data link clearance available from LSGG. Runway condition damp. Transition level 80. Wind 290 degrees 2 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds. Few at 1,200 feet, scattered at 3,500 feet, broken at 6,500 feet. Temperature 2.8. QNH 1029. Nosig. Geneva Information Golf.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Alright, so let's go with our overhead setup. So get the crew options supply on ground control, CRV test. There we go. That's fine. Get the nav lights on and no smoking. Get those on. Why have we got a pack 1 fault showing? Well, presumably because the APU is not on. Well, at least I think that is the case. Normally I would imagine they'd just be left blank. We've got nothing shown on the system status. We'll get the APU in a minute, I'll sort that out hopefully. Just turn that up. The pumps can remain off, that's fine. Seatbelt signs can remain off, that's fine as well. Okay, it's come down. What was the QNH 1029? And anti-skid nozzle steering, that's on. Just turn up the brightness and then we'll do the ATSU just so we can get the AOC init request done. So on the VHF2 on the guard frequency 1215, that's already in and on, that's fine. Turn the integral lighting up. It's a bit dark and dull here, isn't it, today? Flight deck doors open, switching panels good, thrust levers are at idle, everything else is fine. Let's squawk 2000, the standby for Europe, that's done. Acupressure is quite low, we can pressurise that by getting that on, that shall start to increase in a moment. And let's come up to the FCU, turn the brightness up on that. So 1029. Get the constraints on, flight directives are on. Our initial climb out today, I believe, for the departure that we're on is flight level 90. Turn that off. Okay, FCU's done. Right, let's just adjust these screens, shall we? What was that? Whatever it was, it didn't stick around long enough to worry us. Let's turn the standby down. The standby's got an incredibly light bulb behind it. Bulb. It's a LCD screen now. In the olden days, that was far too bright. Right, let's get the APU powered up and start getting passengers on board. So give that a couple of secs. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because I'm not dispatching with 2 pack faults. Definitely not. So I'm hoping that will sort itself out. Otherwise we can't really go above 10,000 feet. That wouldn't be good. And I don't know. I'm presuming, we don't have failures or anything like that in the fly-by-wire yet, do we? Or do we? Hydraulic, landing gear, navigation, flight controls. No, can't see anything that's remotely there connected yet to the bleed ducts, but alright, we'll carry on for now, see what happens. If need be, we'll have to transfer aircraft. Hey Peter ATCO, how you doing my friend? Hope you're well. Let's have a look at the operational flight plan. So what we got? We've got about 16 tons of payload today. Shear rate's good. Flight level 300. Got a bit of a headwind. That's fine, that's fine. Do you know what? I've not been in the fly-by-wire for so long. I've got a profile here for FS Realistic, and I need to turn off the... Is it the breathing? Because I don't want to be sort of moving up and down. Let me just turn that movement off. That's better. Everything's moving up and down, which is... might be realistic, but it's a pain when you're trying to click on things. So plan block fuel's 4.2, and yeah, grid moorer's looking nice. Weather's fine. Brussels weather's fine, alternate weather's fine. Oh, Brussels weather, we've got just a straight headwind coming in, so wonderful. No crosswind. That would be nice if that is indeed the case. I quickly checked through the weather anyway before we started, and there's nothing that's concerning me. We've got good visibility, it's catwalk conditions all the way, and there's no real rain predictor or anything like that until a little bit later on this evening, so that's fine. Alternates look good as well. Went through the NOTAMs, nothing for either the Geneva or Brussels, so again, that's fine. There's our flight route, avoiding this sort of turbulent, icy area there over the middle of Europe, and at the bottom, that's our profile, side profile. Alright, so in terms of extra fuel that we're going to take, not very much, 4 or 5 should do, I think, overall, so we'll get GSX sorted in a moment. Hey Simon, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Right, let's get the APU bleed on. There we go. And the packs have obviously now come to life. To be fair, we should have those off. Give it a minute. Let it run for a minute before we do that. So, right, we've been through the flight plan, decided what we're going to do. We'll set the box up in a moment. Let's tell GSX what they need to do, and yeah, we can start getting the passengers boarded. So let's just request boarding. Once again, the great thing about the fly-by-wire is the ability to independently load both fuel and the passengers. So really nice. We can set that to real time. There we go. I will start the payload boarding in a moment. So I'm presuming, yeah, here comes the jetway. Fantastic. Oh my word, Peter. You had to deal with a collision on the taxiway at Copenhagen yesterday. Well, hopefully, obviously no one hurt, as it was presumably, I would expect that on the taxiway it's a low speed encounter, but that's going to cost money, presumably, not for you. Wow. Well, if you can tell us any more then, Peter, then go for it. Obviously, though, respect the right to confidentiality and things, so if you don't want to say anything else, that's absolutely fine, but always interesting. Mark, I had pinned your message. I meant to pin my own. Right, we're going to board the crew. Obviously, pilots are already on board. Right, refueling's underway. We've got the doors open. Let's set the box up, and then we'll let the passengers on. Now, I think we can get pre-departure clearance just here as well. So, should we do that? We've not done that for a long time. So, if we go to our ATSU ATC menu, and can't actually remember how to do this. Do the connection status. Where is it in this one? Is it the flight request? Nope. Is it in the ATC menu? You would expect so. Honestly, can't remember where they put it in here. Oh, I'm going to do it by voice. It's going to be quicker. It's not the data link. No. It shouldn't be in the Oh, weather request, ATIS. Nope. Oh, do you know what? Forget that. I'll just stick with doing it by. I'll stick with doing it by voice. Anyway, IRS. What we got? We got 3 nav greens. GPS. That's fine. Aircraft status. Leap engines. Valid air cycle. That's fine as well. So Peter says no person got hurt, but an A330 lost a good part of its tail, and a 737 lost a bit of a wingtip. Ouch. Feral Demon 20, it's on the ground request page, is that right? Let's have another go, because I know people like to see this as well, and it's kind of cool, isn't it, to use. Ground request, departure. Ah, there we are. So from LSGG to EBBR. Let's pop that in. We're at gate number 31 this morning. LSGG is the station. Oh, have I not got Hoppies connected? Oh, well, clearly I can't do that then. I haven't got the Hoppy connection coding. See, I've just not flown the FlyByWire for that long. Right, forget it. We'll go old school and use our voice. Right, let's do the unit request now. That's done. I tried, Feral. Dave Hudson, good morning to you, sir. Hope you're well. Captain Q, good morning as well. Slick8696 on Twitch says you've used the Phoenix so much you've not used the FlyByWire for a while. No, me either. I feel like even though it's it's essentially the same aircraft, the way everything's set up system-wise is a little bit different, isn't it? So yeah, they pulled in the flight number, the cost index, all of that's done. Ground temperature is 9. Where's my flight plan? It's on here somewhere. Okay, let's get passengers on board. Sounds like they've started anyway. Peter just reminds us that we do need to check on frequency before using the pre-departure clearance. Yeah, I just wanted to get it all ready, but as it turns out, I couldn't even do that, so we're sticking with voice regardless. What was I checking? The Tropo, 39,628. Let's check that. 39628. Do the wind request. I know that works in this. There we go. And the IRS. Let me check. So we're at stand 31. Where's my charts for that? Coordinates. They're usually right down at the bottom, one of the later charts. They've not got them on, have they? Here we go. Last chart on the lot, 31. 4613, 9 north and 663 east. That's it. Good enough. Right, flight plan. So we're departing today, runway 22. We're on Dipir 6 Alpha. And our transition is Orbis. And then the arrival at the other end, I'm expecting ILS 25 left Yankee approach from the south. And that is on the Batty 5 Alpha. think it does come in by the floral VOR, doesn't it? We of course can do the RNAV approach, or rather the RNAV start, so yep, that comes in via Flora, and just confirming their initial approach fix as well, that's the one. So 345 miles shown on the operational flight plan, we've got 344, that's good, gross error check on here, scroll through, check everything's good, constraints are turned on as well. Did I have a discontinuity there after Artus? Yeah, we tend to get these in the Neo, not in the Phoenix aircraft. Yeah, there we go. That's all in and fine. Radnav page here, we want the Papa Alpha Sierra. And for the engine out procedure here, I think I'll need to check it in a little bit, but I think, is it Sierra Papa X-Ray, the VOR that's behind on the approach for runway 22? I will double check that. Oh, clearly it's not Sierra Papa X-Ray. I'll leave that blank, I'll go into it in a second. Actually, I can do it now while I'm there. So, just look at the Geneva approach, what's it called? Oh, Sierra Papa Romeo. There we go. Got the wrong one. Sierra Papa Romeo. There we go. Right, init B. So, payload. Grab that from SimBrief. There it is. We'll do that as fast time. And begin boarding. Okay, so here's our planned information. So the zero fuel weight is going to be 58.5. And the planned CFG is 24.8. Trip wind. What was the trip wind? It was a headwind of 31. Okay, fuel planning. GSX has just shut my doors again. Don't shut my doors. Thank you. 3.4 tons of fuel, and we're going with 4.5. Does this thing now burn fuel with the APU running? We've also got the APU running. Just turn those down a little bit. Oh, we've got 4.5 tons of fuel bang on, so the APU is running on free fuel. Right, takeoff weight was 62.8, and the takeoff CFG, do we get that shown anywhere, or do we just have to wait until we're fully loaded? We might just have to wait until we're fully loaded. Where does it give us the final CFG? Does it give us that anywhere? Well, if anyone can give us a hand and tell me where I would find that. This is the problem when you move from one aircraft to another. Suddenly you find yourself flapping around trying to work out where things are. LT Lamb says the Geneva authorities were having a heart attack in real life because of the APU runtime. Well, this is true, but when COVID came out, I don't know if they've if some airports have brought the restrictions back in, but when COVID was obviously quite rife, all those restrictions were lifted and the APUs were running constantly just to keep fresh air into the cabin. So yeah, the health kind of overtook the noise and fuel issues. Right, well, I have absolutely no idea what our final zero fuel, our final centre of gravity will be. It might be shown. In fact, we'll get it when we're fully loaded. But I'm guessing it's going to be forward, because for some reason the CFG is usually forward here in the fly-by-wire. Alright, init B page is completed. Oh no, it's not. Fuel for the alternate. Let's call that a ton. Give that a sec to update. Oh, why can't I edit? Why can't I edit that? I mean, it's in green, so it wouldn't normally allow me to edit it anyway. You can't edit green text, but... Oh, hang on. Have I got an alternate in? Ah, that's why. Echo Bravo Lima Golf. Echo Bravo Lima Golf. So it pulled everything in, but didn't pull the alternate in. That's fine. There we are. Let that update. It's Cheeky All says it hits the fly-by-wire. It's the worst modded plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think you'll find the vast majority of the community would disagree with you. Obviously, everyone has their own opinion, but this is a freeware aircraft, and it's as one of the most detailed freeware aircraft you will ever find. You think the Phoenix is better? The Phoenix is certainly more complete, definitely, but that's also payware. But with regards to freeware, you're going to struggle to find better than this. Right, an extra 4 minutes of thinking time, that's fine. Take away 62.8. Let's go and do our performance. Blatant Dave on Twitch says, yes, the best aircraft for free. I absolutely agree with you. So, we're in the fly-by-wire, so we can actually use all the values here in SimSmart. Lima Sierra Golf Golf. Runway 22, grab the METAR. Runway condition, they did say it was damp, didn't they? So I'll use wet conditions for this. Anti-ice will be off for the departure. Takeoff weight was 62.8. Takeoff CFG is going to be forward. Takeoff thrust flex, of course. Config 1, packs will be off. What do we got? Right, okay, so that's full length. We can use a intersection departure here as well at Brussels. So that is, yeah, we can take Bravo, a bit less taxi time. So what's the takeoff distance available from Bravo is 2,600 meters. So 2600, recalculate. There we are. So 125, 134, 136, 25, 134, 136. Okay, transition altitude is 7,000 feet. Thrust reduction acceleration values, what we got here, 2863, 4366. Let's pop that in. So noise abatement 1 departure today here in Geneva. They really don't like the noise in Geneva, do they? 4366. And the engine out acceleration is 2366. Flaps 1 and the flex is 67. Okay, good, done. Now, secondary flight plan, obviously not yet operational, so I can't program in the engine out procedure. But the engine out procedure here is non-standard, so at the Papa Alpha Sierra we make a left turn back to Sierra Papa Romeo and enter the hold. So what I'm going to do is just on the fixes page, pop in the Sierra Papa Romeo in there, so at least we've got a... not in the database. Are you sure? Sierra Papa Romeo. Did I not put that in right? Oh, I must have popped it in wrong. There we go. So that should be showing on on the map now. If we just have a look, yeah, there it is. So that's where we'd enter the hold. Left turn and enter the hold at Sierra Papa Romeo, which we can do, but we just need to do that on the fly, which means workload management would be kind of high if that happened. Hopefully it won't, so we'll be fine. Right, I think that is pretty much everything set up. We'll just contact ATC and we'll get our clearance. Frequency is 13125. Right, let's give them a shout.
Taxi 22 via link 1 and Alpha Tom Jet 11 Yankee US.
Geneva, good morning. Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa Stand 31 Type A320neo requesting IFR clearances filed, and we have information Golf.
Swiss 13 Tango Papa, Geneva, have a good day. Information Golf correct. Runway 22, cleared Brussels via the Deep Pier 6 Alpha departure. After Deep Pier, proceed via Airway Victor 25 to Arbos, then as filed. Initial climb at level 90, squawk 1000.
Cleared by the Deep Pier 6 Alpha departure. Airway Victor 25 to Arbot, and initial climb is flight level 90, squawking 1000, Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa.
13 Tango Papa, read back is correct.
Geneva approach Top Swiss 1349 opposition.
Right, let's just check that routing. So we're off to Arbut, which is up here. So where is that Victor 25? Deep Pier Victor 25 to Arbus. Oh, basically it's just the Arbus transition. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's what we've got in. Peter ATCO, thank you so much for your your super chat. BDD, aka the pre-departure donation. That's amazing. Thank you, Peter. Respect to you, my friend. Right, I think all passengers are on board. Let's tidy the aircraft up so refueling's completed, get that on, external power can come off, seatbelt signs on. That needs to be set to captain, missed that on the setup of the overhead. Right, close the doors. GPU can go as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thank you.
Captain Q, we're in the experimental version. Blue Dev, good morning, flying to Geneva, just heard the voice on the approach. Yeah, just getting that departure sorted. Right, let's do the departure brief then. So, weather here is nothing too significant. Runway is damp. We've got light winds, only about 290 knots, with a cloud base of 1,200 feet. Weather en route looks fine. Arrival weather is also good as well. We're expecting Cat 1 conditions when we get there. Aircraft is not quite fully serviceable. We have no working weather radar, of course. We have no secondary flight plan, so a couple of things missing. But ultimately, we're okay to dispatch. We can make this flight with the normal operations. No times for our departure airport. Threats to be aware of course, it is Geneva, so the biggest threat is terrain. Nice that the weather's not too bad today, certainly on the ground, but as you can see, obviously we know we've got terrain to the north, west, etc. We're kind of in this little valley here, so if for some reason we lost an engine, or God forbid both, then obviously we need to just turn straight back around to the south and back around over this way, because we don't want to be flying north. That's the danger point. And to be fair, from 10 miles out, it's even worse because we've got Mont Blanc over here. So yeah. Terrain is the biggest factor, isn't it? MSA 7,000 to the north and 10,600 to the south, as you can see on screen. We're familiar with the airport, so that's okay. We know what we're going, we know where we're going, etc. Taxi-wise and things. No pushback. It's going to be a straight-out taxi. Where are we? We're at stand 31. Yeah, so we'll expect stand 31, then link 3 down onto the outer, and we're going to depart via Bravo. The departure is straightforward, straight out, no speed restrictions, and right hand turn at the Papa Alpha Sierra. And it's a noise abatement departure 1, so just be aware of that before we accelerate. Transition altitude 7,000 feet, first turn to the right. The emergency procedures are standard Airbus emergency procedures, and if we have an engine failure after V1, we're obviously committed. The engine out procedure is non-standard. Once we get to the Papa Alpha Sierra, it's a left turn back to the Saint-Prix VOR over here, where we can hold, tidy things up, and then just come back in for approach at Geneva. Our takeoff weight is below maximum landing weight, so one less thing to worry about. Good. I think we're just about done. Final few checks. We'll run the checklists, then we'll get our clearance to start up.
Checks as they work through the cabin, so if you could please get yourselves sat down comfortably with your seatbelts securely fastened and give them their full attention as they begin their safety briefing. A big welcome on board today to our Easyjet Sim Pilot members, who of course are welcome to free complimentary drinks throughout the flight. Once we reach our cruising altitude, our cabin service will commence and the cabin crew will be able to provide you with drinks, snacks and merchandise throughout the duration of the flight. Once again, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Easyjet today. We'll have an update for you when we are airborne.
Can't check the oxygen mask, of course, first flight of the day, but can't do that in the fly-by-wire. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure it will come. Right, so the cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 4.5 tons, and that's balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. DS nav, the ByWire QNH is 1029 and cross-checked.
Cabin crew, please land doors and cross-check.
Right, we'll get back onto ATC's frequency and ask for startup. And Geneva, top 613 Tango Papa, stand 31, requesting startup.
Success 13 Tango Papa, startup approved, QNH 1029er.
Startup approved, thank you, Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa. Right, so we've not got any pushback or anything like that, no ground crew, etc. So beacon lights on, transponder, acupressure's green. Let's start. So before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB is on phone, silent, flight mode, etc. Doors closed and armed, beacon lights on. Engine mode selected as 2, ignition starting, engine 1.
Geneva approach, good day, and November 17, Honda Jet, stand 90 Bravo.
Matt, how do you go back to the old version of Navigator? I have no idea. I had a shortcut on my on my desktop, and it's still there. It's the old one. I haven't particularly done anything to it. I can just access it. So yeah, it's just there. Keeps asking me to update, and I keep saying no. QNH has to be repeated, Christian. Yeah, we're not in the US anymore. Hopefully I won't miss as many calls now. I'm listening for the top Swiss call sign.
Comjet 11 Yankee Zulu, proceed direct K-Luke.
Proceed direct K-Luke, Comjet 11 Yankee Zulu.
Mark says you hate the top Swiss call sign. It's a mouthful no matter what the numbers and letters that follow. Yeah, well, I mean, today is probably one of the better ones, isn't it? Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa. It's a lot of syllables, that's for sure. Super Muskox on Twitch. Learned FlyByWire working on a new 3D model for the 320. Not sure. Hope so. You've been spoiled by the graphics of the Phoenix. That is true. I don't know if they are doing. I think, or I hope, they're tied up with the 380 at the moment. Christian's A320 says it's the first time seeing us live. Thank you for being on board this morning. Alright, happy, we'll start engine 2. Not going to do a single engine taxi here, it's not the longest of taxis.
Madam 5 Alpha, departure, initial climb, flight level 90, squawk 1000.
Cleared Nisvia, the Madam 5 Alpha departure, initial climb, flight level 90, squawk 1000, Alpine 95, Delta November.
Alpine 95 Delta November, readback is correct.
So just confirmation there, the final CFG was indeed less than 27, so takeoff performance data is valid. Why is my aircraft bouncing up and down?
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, descent 7,000 feet, QNH 1029er, cleared ice approach runway 22, report established.
7,000.
Right, engine number 2 is happy and available, so engine mode selected back to normal, APU bleeds off. APU master off, no anti-ice.
Brace, brace. There are 2.
Spoilers, rudder,
And 2 at the
flaps
front of the
1.
cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest...
November 7 Lima, taxi to runway 22 via out.
After start checklist, anti-ice is off, ecom status is checked, pitch trimmed 25.2, and the rudder is neutral.
It must be fastened when...
Top 1349er, holding point, runway 22, ready for departure.
Smoggy, it's not the breathing, no, I've turned that off, I can't stand that bouncing up and down.
Runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
Towards you.
Top 1349er, cleared for takeoff, runway 22.
Mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap.
Okay, we just checked with ground crew that there's no one stood near the aircraft, because we're going to do a flight control check while we're sat here happy and stationary, so a full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, full left,
And pull the strap to adjust.
neutral.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
See, Denton, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, with the top Swiss, I shouldn't miss the ATC call signs. It's too much of a mouthful to miss. ATC was hated as well.
And whistle for a
Number 5 Alpha Whiskey, continue approach number 2.
Your tray table must now be and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Right. And Geneva Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa is ready for departure, and we can depart via ready for taxi. We can depart via Bravo today.
Swiss 13 Tango Papa, copy that. Taxi in the holding point runway 22 intersection Bravo via link 3 and outer.
Link 3 Alpha to holding point Bravo runway 22, Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa.
November 7 Lima for
so straight out, right turn, and then hold at Bravo.
And we can also take Bravo for departure.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, auto brake max. Get the predictive wind shear weather on. TO config. I'll just ding the cabin button because it clears the ECAN. Right, let's go. The other thing, of course, with the Neo is it will taxi under idle thrust.
Swiss 1319, identify passing 2,200 feet, climb flight level 150.
Beluga, no, I mentioned earlier, I've obviously got a different profile for this, so I had to turn off breathing right at the start of the stream.
Croatia 520, have a great day.
JD, you only need anti-ice on if you're flying through visible moisture, so clouds, and the temperature is below 10 degrees SAT and below minus 40 degrees SAT. Okay, so quick PEDS check, no change to the aircraft performance. QNH 1029, we're still on the flex departure, and it's going to be a intersection departure on via Bravo for runway 22. Engine out procedure is non-standard, straight out, and once we get to the PAS VOR, we'll then make a left turn back to Saint Prix and enter the hold. We're on the Diaper, I prefer Diaper, Diaper 6 Alpha departure, noise abatement 1. Straight out and then a right hand turn, initial climb, flight level 90.
Gatwing 269 Hotel, good day. Information Hotel en bord. Cast startup to Alger.
First Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, wind is variable to north, runway 22 clear to land.
To clear to land, 5 Alpha Whiskey.
Blue Flight 269 Hotel, for clearance contact apron on 121.850.
Thank you, Antoine.
E75 Charlie Echo, ready for taxi.
P75 Charlie Echo, taxi only point runway 22 via Alpha.
Taxi to runway 22 via Alpha. E75 Charlie Echo.
Right, wait for our company aircraft to move.
November 7 Lima, continue taxi via outer and Alpha to intersection Bravo.
Outer Alpha to intersection Bravo, November 7 Lima.
Copsis 13 Tango Papa, continue taxi via behind the company A320.
Continue taxi following the company 320, Top Swiss 13 Tango Papa. JD says he's recently got the Airbus Quadrant, which the add-on, which is a game changer. Ah, it's amazing, isn't it? Yexney TV on Twitch. We are in the fly-by-wire Neo. Yeah, definitely not the default. Couldn't do a real ops flight in the default. Denton talking about anti-ice there. Interestingly enough, yes, we're kind of spoilt, I guess, in Microsoft Flight Simulator because the aircraft will tell you if the ice has been detected. But that is an optional extra which not all airlines opt for. They rely on the pilots to do the work for them. Manny Miner says the Quadrant arrives today with the add-on tomorrow. That's exciting times.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, copy test, follow standard missed approach procedure for now.
Will go 5 Alpha Whiskey.
Benedict, any news on the VNAV and the fly-by-wire? This should have it, the experimental version, as far as I'm aware. J-Hog, good morning to you. Right, taxi checklist, flight controls checked, flap setting config 1, FMA is climb nav blue 152, 9000 blue, flex 67. Red on completely which is on, ecam memo, takeoff no blue, AFB is stowed.
Turn now left immediately 140, correction right 140.
Right 140 with the 67 capital.
Geneva arrivals, Pushback 68 Golf, level 240, descending 200 inbound, Lufthansa.
Speedbird 78 Golf, Geneva, have a good day, set squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Speedbird 78 Golf.
EC75 Charlie Echo, line up and wait, runway 22.
Line up and wait, runway 22, E75 Charlie Echo.
Tops 1349, level 150, request higher.
This is 1349, climb now on discretion. Unicom 1 to the estimate, sorry, goodbye.
Tops 1349, Unicom, have a good day, bye bye.
Speedbird 78, thank you much, you identified. Continue on Lusar 2 Romeo arrival, descent flight level 160, expect LS22.
Okay, Lusar 2 Romeo, descent level 160 for the NS22, Speedbird 78 Golf.
EC76 correct Delta, descent flight level 160.
Distance level 160, 1 person, head 140, 67, thank you.
Right, sit here and wait.
Hello, Geneva approach EC8460, descending.
I'm going to sneak a quick drink of the cup of tea, see if it burns my tongue.
EC8660, Geneva, have a good day, identified, cleared, Lusar 2 Romeo arrival, expect Alice runway 22.
JD, couriers have a great deal on the thrustmaster stuff at the moment. Next bit you need is pedals for the rudder, yeah. I must admit, the rudder pedals now that I've got the thrustmaster TPR, which are expensive but brilliant.
Roger, top Swiss 13 Tango Papa, wind variable 2 knots, runway 22, intersection Bravo, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, intersection Bravo, runway 22, top Swiss 13 Tango Papa. Let's go. Yeah, and it makes controlling the taxi and things like that really easy. Little rudder inputs. And of course controlling the speed because you've got the you can use the brakes. Right then, here we go. Okay, take off. Start the chrono. Have we missed one of the landing light switches? We have. Thank you, guys. Man, flex SRS runway.
Departures in about 2 minutes.
Roger that one, East Empire Charlie.
November 7 Lima, expect departures in about 4 minutes.
November 7 Lima.
Checked. V1. Rotate. Nav. Gear up.
EC76 Private Delta, descent flight level 1.
SRS.
Continuation for 120
Seabird 78 Golf, proceed direct Golf 507.
Direct Golf 507, Super 78 Golf.
If you're liking the stream so far, guys, please do hit that like button. Really appreciate that. We're about 60 subscribers away now from 30,000, which is unbelievable. Right, thrust climb. Remember noise abatement 1, so following SRS. Autopilot 1 engaged. Pack 1 on. It's going to head through the cloud layer now, so we'll get the ice on. Temperature's just starting to drop as well. Get that other pack on while we're up here.
And EC76 Quebec Delta, are you able to proceed direct SOVAT and rejoin the LUSA to Romeo arrival? Quick break, topspace 13 Tango Papa identified, passing 5000, climb flight level 150.
Continue climb flight level 150, topspace 13 Tango Papa.
EC75 Charlie Echo, wind variable to north, runway 22 clear for takeoff.
Open climb and 150 blue. Passing S speed.
Can you confirm that
Just clean up.
that since we are able to
Flaps
perform
up,
the LUSA to
spoilers
Romeo for
retracted.
C76 Quebec Delta, perfect, proceed direct SOVAT, rejoin LUSA to Romeo.
Correct, Labadan, LUSA to Romeo.
EC8460, descent flight level 130. EC8460, descent 130.
Okay, sting the cabin crew.
Descent 130 is 8460.
Start preparing the drinks.
Topspace 13 Tango Papa, proceed direct K-Look.
Direct K-Look for topspace 13 Tango Papa.
Speedbird 78 Golf, descent flight level 80.
Send off lights here, Speedbird 78 Golf.
EC76 Quebec Delta, descent flight level 90.
Quite a lot of traffic around as well, looking at the TCAS.
EC75 Charlie Echo, identified passing 2000 feet, climb flight level 150.
Doug's Quacky, any idea when connecting on VATSIM you can't see other liveries, you have the liveries installed, but you can't see them. Right, so you need to set up model matching. Best thing you can do, Doug's Quacky, is if you go on to YouTube and search for, well, myself, Easyjet Sim Pilot, and look for the FSLTL installations, because it makes model matching an absolute breeze.
EC8460, descent flight level 120.
Right, 10,000 feet, got the lights off. Airport's on the EFIS. Flight level 300 is going to be no problem for us. Cost index 0. Clear out the RadNav.
Speedbird 78 Golf, continue present heading.
Copy of the secondary flight plan over. Can't do that. That's okay though.
037.
And we're on our way. Right, anti-ice can come off.
Papa, for ATC Unicom, 1 to the decimate, goodbye.
Over to Unicom, thank you so much for the service. Top stress 13 Tango Papa, bye-bye.
November 7 Lima, wind variable to knots.
We're on our own, guys. So, hope you've enjoyed the departure. Please do hit the like if you haven't done so already. Barry, how many subscribers until 30,000? It's close. It is close. What are we at? So we need 58. 58. Then we're at 30,000. Which is ridiculous, isn't it? That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Lucky Play, thank you for the follow. Risky P as well, and RBL Tyler, thank you for following on Twitch. Let's get the seatbelt signs off. Alright, we'll continue our climb now. Thrust climb, open climb, 300 blue. Oh my goodness me. Barry Bartson. Oh mate, that is insane. What are you doing? Wow. Barry Bartson has just gifted 50 Easyjet SimPilot channel memberships to 50 of you guys. Wow, Barry, I honestly do not know what to say to that. That is insane. Normally, I read out everyone who's just become a member. I'm going to struggle to do that. Barry, what can I say, mate? Thank you. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. So JD, Mona, just south, AG, Pierre, Ewald. I've started a losing battle here. Jonathan, Mikkel, Ronald, Howling, Crazy, Dave, Luke, Jeff74, Tonis Tate, Jimbo, Kieran, Skyfall, Pilot of the Caribbean. Love that name, Pilot of the Caribbean. Omer, Ralph, GD, Lewis, High Flyer, Captain Goose, Ferraz, EQ, Aerial Aviator, Daniel, Goddard, Ray, Elliot Woodford, UK Sim Pilot, Crumpet, Ravs, Pilot Ricky, Michael Muir. I'm losing this battle. TS, Lars, Chrono, Luke, Collins, Dan, Kenny, Drax, Andy. Wow. Jacob, Will, Abdul. This is next level membership, guys. That is Barry Channel legend for life. Fernando, Yarn, Matthew Stuff, Red Hat. Did I miss anyone? That is that titanic support of the channel. Without the iceberg. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if you're not a subscriber to the channel, guys, please do hit that subscribe button. Dr. Mike says we need to name a seat on the aircraft after Barry. Hey, Dr. Mike, you know, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if Dark Fury can do that. I wonder if we can get top donators on the seats. That'd be incredible if that is the case, wouldn't it? Get your own little seat. Would you like a window seat, Barry? Or do you just want the jump seat? Thank you so much, guys. Barry, amazing. Jayhawk says best reserve the toilet for him. Right, what are we at? Flight level 240. Barry says you'd like to get to 30,000 subs on a Brussels flight. Well, how about if we don't make it, then we'll fly out of Brussels for the next flight. Howling Crazy, good morning to you. JD just says name the whole aircraft Barry. I'm looking at the chat now and everyone's green. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's not miss these stunning views as well. George, I'm not on Volanta. No, I don't use it. Not because I've got anything against it or I don't think it's very good or anything. It's just because I like to keep the amount of programs running in the background to a minimum. I'm already running several, and obviously with streaming I just want to try and keep the PC as clutter-free as possible. Felix again. Yeah, good morning, Felix. Saying that is incredibly generous, Barry. It is, Felix. I can't put that into words. Peter says his break's over. He's now back to making the skies over Denmark nice and unsafe again. Oh, don't worry about the skies. The skies are fine. What about the ground, Peter? Very interesting to hear that. Thanks for coming and sharing the story, Peter. I'll see you next time. Happy controlling. Dr. Magic, how far off are we on the subscriber count? It's gone down. It's gone down. From how far off we now need 53. So thank you to the new subs.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Cup of tea time. Hey Panos, good to see you. Howling Crazy is says if he could sub all over again. Jaju NZ, how long is the flight? It's about an hour in total flight time. We've been streaming for what, 1 hour 14 minutes. Yeah, we should be on the ground at around 12. Yeah, call it 12:30 Zulu time. Hey Otto, good to see you. Right, coming up to our cruising altitude. There we go, speed alt star. Denton says it's gone midnight, you need some sleep. Whereabouts in the world are you, Denton? I'm guessing somewhere in Australasia. Alt cruise. So TCAS, set that to below. And we'll just cost index 4, get that back up. Oh wow! Nick and Kasalov have donated 10 Easyjet Sim Pilot Channel memberships between them. So 10 from Nick, 10 from Kasalov. Thank you so much, Nick and Kasa. I'm so going to miss people out again. So we've got George Chadwick, Jonathan, Christopher, Pillow Pilot, Andreas, Anti R, Red Thread, Just Aviation, Leo Aviation, Lee Moore. Who else have we got? Bounty, Glenn, Mark, Richard Myers, Netherite, King. That's that's Minecraft, isn't it? Yeah, I only know that because of my 8-year-old. Automator, Callis, Guffnuts, Tandy Aviation, Tech Palace as well. Wow, Nick and Kasselov, thank you so much, guys, with the gifts. It's going to be a chat of green chatters. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate the support that you guys have given us and continue to give. Gregory Peter, thank you for subscribing. Right, we need to do some top of climb checks. I'm totally getting distracted here. So let's just grab some grab some weathers, en route weathers and things. What have we got en route? Probably not too many places better to divert to than either Geneva or carry on straight up to Brussels. Not that many major airports between the two, so we'll just get our weather for Brussels. Oh, in fact, they're all keyed in. Let's just send those off there. That's made it nice and easy, hasn't it? Gregory, thank you for subscribing as well. Beluga says petition for an Easyjet sim pilot Minecraft stream. If that was the case, Beluga, I would not be doing it. I'd let my son do it. Right, we've got the messages. Not yet. Hopefully that'll come through pretty soon. So we're at Pendu now. Let's check our fuel. What extra fuel have we got? 3, 4, around 400 kilograms extra. So we should have about 3.1 tons of fuel on board. Oh, we've got 3.3, so we've got loads. That's fine. Company message. There's our weathers that we wanted. Right, do you know what? Let's print. And then we can pop it in. But basically, yeah, I'm not bothered about Geneva. Although, technically, it's a place we could return to, so the weather's fine there. Brussels, weather's fine as well. Wind 250 at 10. That's some perfect headwind for us. So, yeah, weather is spot on. Dr. Magic says a flashback to the old days when pressing the print button caused a crash to desktop. I know, and I'm still very nervous about pressing it, and I thought, okay. Mark says, has anybody in the chat not received a membership? It is, everyone's green. Oh. That makes you legends, and it makes Barry, Nick, and Castlelove demigods. Okay, let's set up the box for the approach. So we're just going to go through. There's our top of descent. That's in around 20 minutes or so. So flow is 250. That's the speed. Let's just refine this a little bit. So after flow, oh, we don't talk about Bruno. After flow, then we get brought in and we're down Brussels OB. Is that part of our approach? No, it's not, but let's just go in here on the final on finals. Let's just reduce speed there to 180. That's fine. Radnav page, several things to put on here as well. Oh, but before I do that, Mark has gifted 10 Easyjet sim pilot channel memberships. This is, how many have we? 50, 60, 70, 80 new channel memberships in one stream, guys. Oh, wow. I don't know what to say. You continue to surprise me every time we stream. It's just amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, guys, welcome to the channel membership. So Benny, Noah, David, Patrick, Pel, Van der Werf, Critique, and Jamie, Ryan, Vihan, and Carl. Guys, all the new channel members, enjoy it. Get yourself into the members lounge on our Discord server. You absolutely need to get onto that members lounge in the Discord server. And you know, I'm in there all the time as well, so I'm quite active on there. And you know, even if I'm not chatting, I'm always reading. And then so if someone wants me or pings me, then you can chat away and ask anything you need. And of course, the mods there, and plenty of other people who are always in the chat. You'll be familiar with them, able to ask them questions. So thank you so much to all 4 of you for donating those gifts, and welcome to our new members. Yeah, thank you so much. Marco and Simon as well, thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. Make sure it says first time back on this channel in a year. Happy new year to you. Right, we're just filling out the RadNav page, so obviously we want FLO, and we'll pop the Brussels in. So FLO and BUB. FLO BU FLO there, BUB. Get those in, turn those on. They should have been on at the start, to be honest. Progress page, EBBR25 left. There we go. And let's fill out the weather information. So QNH in Brussels 1022. Temperature is 11. Wind 250 at 10. That's a perfect headwind. Transition altitude is 4,500 feet. And the Barrow is going to be Cat 1 minimums, so that is 350. How long's the runway here? Oh, that's plenty long enough. Should we go flaps 3? So we'll go config 3, which gives us clean speeds 206, VAPS 140. We can ignore the fuel prediction page because sadly this doesn't work yet in the fly-by-wire properly. And secondary flight plan, we can't copy that over. So let's just go on to the overhead, select flaps 3, a little bit less noise and fuel and things. So, done. Lies beneath ended Kirk. I read. I can't read that, but thank you for subscribing. JD says the notifications are now on for the remainder of the stream. Yeah, they probably were. To be fair, it's Barry's still donation. Barry's gifts are still probably popping up. They'll still be going in the next stream. Christian's A320. What's the longest flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator? About 8 hours, something like that. That was back in the very early days when the fuel burn in the Neo was pretty rubbish. In that it didn't actually burn very much at all, so you could like do an 8-9 hour flight, no problems. You still have plenty of fuel left. Incubus 1981 on Twitch and Slice Like Cozy. Thank you for following as well. Oh, well, the subscriber count is going up and up and up. Thank you so much, guys, if you are subscribing on this flight. We need just 47 subscribers, takes us to 30,000. Okay, let's do the brief and then we're done. We can sit back and relax and chat for the remainder of the flight. So, the weather in Brussels, as you can see there in front of you, got a nice headwind coming in. It's not raining. Visibility is good. It's scattered. Ceiling's like at 4,200 feet, so we're going to have a great view and approach coming into Brussels. Cat 1 indeed all the way. Yeah, nothing really to report with the weather. Aircraft is still all working. Nothing's broken. No times either for the arrival. Threats to be aware of into Brussels. Again, it's quite a nice airport. There's not too much nasty stuff around it. MSA to the south 220, and then when we're on the localizer, then you can see it even drops a little bit further to 1,800 feet. So yeah, nice and safe. Don't think we've got any air traffic control there. No, we don't. So we're on a zone, so we just need to keep a listen out on Unicom, but that's okay. So we're expecting ILS 25 left. It's the Yankee approach from the south via the Flora or Flow VOR Batty 5 Alpha arrival. Yeah, so green dot as we leave Flow, flaps 1 as we approach the localizer, flaps 2 as we go down with the glide is how I plan to configure. Platform altitude is 3,000 feet, normal 3-degree glide slope, and how big is this runway? 45 meters, so that's normal as well. We'll use auto brake low, and our plan when we get there then is if we vacate either at Charlie 4 or 5, and then we will take the outer all the way, and then the inner, and our parking stand is over here. So with the long taxi as well, we can do a single engine taxi if once we're there. Quick debrief the go around straight forward, straight out, and then it's a left turn. Once we're at 700 feet, left turn, and we're going to do that config 1 and get up to 4,000. So I don't think we've missed anything there. I think we're all good. That's it. All done. Briefing's complete. Enjoy. Mark says he has to get going. Have a great landing. We'll watch back later. Mark, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your donations of the channel membership as well. That is amazing. Thank you, Mark, for that. See you soon. Loving the cauliflower-headed build-ups down there. That's quite neat, isn't it? Max weight, do I have any intentions to upgrade to a 4090? No, a couple of reasons. One, I think the 3060 I'm running is doing a pretty sterling job as it is. 2, it's a very expensive upgrade. And 3, it wouldn't actually fit in the PC I've got, so I'd need a new case, etc. So no, I'm happy with what we've got. Barry asked if we've seen the speed limitations on the chart. Presumably it'll be on the arrivals chart, won't it? Noise abatement, I'll see clean configuration for as long as possible. Yeah, either way. Still need to slow down. Not doing cat, auto lands. Tutu not in use today. Fine. Oh, these speed limitations. Sorry, minimum 220 from the IAF until lock intercept. That's fine because we're going to be green dot. 120 from 12 to 6 and 160 until Oscar Mike. However, no exceptions between 8 and 10, and okay. We're out of these times, but God, we'll try and adhere to it. Shouldn't be an issue, to be honest. So 220 from the IAF, and then what is it? 180, 12 to 6, and then 160 till the OM. The outer marker. Which is shown here actually, 3.9 miles, so call it 4 miles. Basically 160 till 4 miles. Good enough. So top of descent is in around 70 miles time. Gorgeous view. Right, well, I've drunk too much tea, so I need to just visit the facilities. I shall be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, back now. Can land without crossing my legs, which is good because it really knackers up the use of the rudders doing that. Is Nick trying to do some gambling? Where's Eastbirds? Oh, I bet he's still in Vegas, isn't he, after yesterday? Go on then. Cabin service is enabled. JD, did I use the loo at the front or the back? The back of the cabins. That way I can walk out and watch everyone's face when they wonder who's flying the plane. Ooh, man after my own heart, Nick grabbing a jam and toast flavoured tea. It comes served in a cup like this, Nick. It's not the jam and toast variety, that's just standard, but let's have a proper brew, indeed. I'm going to get the charts then up for the arrival. I do kind of find this navigation of the Navigraph part of the charts here in this EFB, I have to say, I do think it's easier than the Phoenix. I don't know why. I think it's just the text is bigger and I don't know, that kind of stuff. It's just easy to navigate. Also, the slider is more prominent, which, yeah, I just like it. Right, what's the approach one? It's 11.4. No, it didn't. It's 10 to Alpha. And then the approach, of course, is the ILS Yankee. Here we go. Oh, what's that? Ah, so that's the view we expect to see as we're coming in. Nice. We'll compare it with that. That's not the chart I wanted. I wanted to get the star on. There we go. King Chris, thank you for following. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of the day? Sadly, I've only got one. I've only got time for one flight today, so this is it today. And King Chris, thank you for your Prime sub as well on Twitch. Appreciate that. Thanks very much. How many people are working today? Adam says, if I know my aircraft and know the basics of communication, do you think I'm ready for VATSIM? Adam, absolutely, yep. As long as you know how to fly your aircraft, that's all that matters. A lot of the other stuff is just repeating instructions back and obviously carrying them out. Ethan says his honeycomb yoke and throttle are arriving tomorrow. We can't wait for that. Excellent, just in time for the weekend. J-Hog, you're not working, don't lie. Sean. I shouldn't laugh at that, that's ridiculous. Why do pirates get angry after going to the bathroom? Because without their pee they are irate. That's brilliant. I'm never going to remember it, but that's brilliant. Felix says he's off to bed after this. Well, we shouldn't be much longer, about 25 minutes I'm betting, something like that. William FS, we're in the experimental build today. Klaus is finishing the accounting year. Oh, I paid my tax bill yesterday. That's always a wonderful moment of the year. Maddox says it's 7 AM where he is. Wonderful. Why did the old man fall into a well? He couldn't see that well. It sounds like you've been at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, or the Comedy Festival rather. They do the rounds, don't they, every year from the Edinburgh Festival, where the best one-liners, you know, they all come out. Sondrop, what do I use for the performance calculator? So for the Neo, I use SimSmart, which has everything we need in it. And there were our calculations for our departure this morning. Barry says he's trying to get as much flying in as travelling abroad again. You're trying to get as much virtual flying in before doing your real flying. I like it, Barry. William says HD's cursing the tow truck. Well, that's it. Once we've landed, make sure you head over to HD's channel. He'll be streaming. Colin says he's following us in the Phoenix. Nice. J-Hog says this one's baffled me for years. Where does the dark go when you turn the light on? Well, he goes and drinks Strongbow dark fruit. Right, we've got an aircraft on TCAS. He's 2,000 feet below us, down there somewhere. I've not seen many contrails today. Right, what was the QNH? I didn't write it down. 1022. We'll get that on the standby. Captain Inchgill says, do I have the Powerball in the Lotto in the UK? Last year it was 600 million, the highest in 20 years. I have no idea. I don't play it. I really should. I keep saying I need to win the lottery, but you're not going to win it unless you play, are you? TF players, how do you calculate the takeoff performance? It's 1 second. TCAS Blue. I think he's crossing us. Are we clear of conflict? Right, we need to head down then, so... Down we go, thrust idle, descent, and 100 blue. In fact, let's pull for open descent because we're a bit high on the profile, but we'll easily catch that up. TF players, how do we calculate the takeoff performance for the FlyByWire Neo? So for takeoff performance, we use this little tool here, SimSmart A320 Neo Performance Calculator. Gives you everything you need, with all the various things that you need, automatic METAR interpolation and runway information for all the airports, etc. There's a link to this as well in the video description if you want to go and check that out. I'm going to pull speed. We need to get down because we are a bit high now for this approach. We'll be alright, but just need to chase it. George, I'm not even going to attempt to try and read that out. What was that? Why don't I have any labels on my mouse when touching things? You can turn it off in the settings. I forget which setting it is, but yeah, you can turn it off. Should be done just in time for lunch. Screens were a bit bright, weren't they, when we were on the ground in Geneva, but with the sun shining they look a bit dark now. Right, we're catching up with this performance. Let's see, 225, yeah, just struggling a bit. Alright, wind the speed up, let's get down. Clouds look amazing today. Live weather, of course. Captain Shaquille, can we go to Lugano sometime? Where's that? I'm not familiar with that airport or ICO code. Catching up to that profile now, we can see it, so that's okay. Is it one of the Italian airports? Fair enough. I like Italy. Is it Italy? Pano says it's Swiss. It's probably on the border, isn't it? Which means it's going to be a nice scenic approach. William FS says, when is there a mod for Amsterdam's? Yeah, so if you've got the premium deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, there's a mod for that airport, the default one, which isn't bad at all, adds lots to it and things. But I don't think there's actually a proper full payware one, is there? Available. Wonder if it's going to be turbulent when we get into the convective cloud layer down there. Gunther says Cancun to Houston is a nice flight. Of course, we've got Micro Simulations Cancun Airport, which is a great piece of scenery as well. Nick, you think Fly Tampa are doing Amsterdam? Are they? Oh, I bet that's good. Cross the pond in a Cessna 152. They daft as it sounds, that's what they have to do, isn't it? They have to. They fly them, which is ridiculous. Captain Q, I don't use IVAO. I've never had any dealings with it, but from what I've seen, a lot of people say VATSIM's a bit more realistic. I don't know how true that is. It's just hearsay, but take what you want from that. I think VATSIM's great. Does a good job. Right, move that out of the way. Profile's coming up to meet it now. Don't mind getting beneath that just a little bit. We still need to slow down because we're quite fast. Time to get those seatbelt signs on. Everyone get back strapped into their seats. Oh, I've not seen that message for a long time about losing online connectability. Let's hope that doesn't cause us any problems. Marv says, why we're flying the fly-by-wire, is there a problem with the Phoenix? No, not at all. Just a bit of variety, that's all. Plus, this, as we're doing a real ops flight, this flight is operated by a Neo in real life, so thought, why not? Successfully connected. Interesting. If anybody else is currently flying, did they get that warning? Or was it just especially for me? The Voicemith says there's a great video on YouTube, crossing the pond in a diamond. Yeah. They've got to have patience, those pilots, don't they? Lots of patience. Captain Q, are we using Rex Weather Force? No, this is all default. Everything on that side of things is all default. Okay, so our platform altitude is 3,000 feet here, so we'll select that. I'll carry on down. Happy to leave it in open descent. So set local pressure 1022 and open descent 3,000 blue. Below the profile. That's fine. Happy, good and dandy. Speed 250 knots, and we're about to enter the cloud layer. Max says patience and a wetsuit for crossing crossing the Atlantic in a single prop. Papa Moon, how do you manage to get the charts on the FB? You only got your flight plan. It depends which aircraft you're in, but yeah, both the fly-by-wire and the Phoenix have got the charts in. Bear in mind you need a subscription to Navigraph though, so you do need to have that in. Coming up on 10,000 feet, let's get the lights on. .250 knots, and we'll activate the approach phase. That's done. Hey Papa Moon, so we're in the experimental version of the fly-by-wire.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent wouldn't mind tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Mark, yeah, the experimental version does have VNAV. You can see it's just, well, it's the profile's just coming up and showing here. So we need to reduce speed now to 220 knots as we come to pass the IF. Speed brakes out just to help us with that and remain on profile. So Transavia and KLM are getting 60 A320s. Wow! KLM ops. Never done those before. Throw the anti-ice on as we go through this cloud layer. It's not a deep cloud layer, so I shouldn't need it on for too long. Right, let's push for managed speed, slow into green dot. We'll leave those spoilers out. You can just see them. We only get half spoilers with the autopilot on. If we take the autopilot off, you can get full spoilers, but not doing that. Actually, it looks to be handling quite nicely. There's the glide slope. We can just see that. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. Get rid of the spoilers now. So VS 700. Brussels traffic 13. Brussels traffic top Swiss 13 Tango Papa is 21 miles to the east and on base for runway 25 left Yankee approach. So VS 700, just keep us beneath that glide slope and then hopefully we can get a nice CDA and not have to level off at all. Takeoff and landings, do I recommend the experimental version? Well, that's the one I'm flying right now and it was updated this morning and it seems to be working pretty nicely, so I don't see any reason why not. If it's working now, go and get it and just keep it for a few days. You know it, you know it works.
Brussels traffic, beeline 223 Papa, vacated runway 25 left, crossing runway 19er.
Just keeping an eye on our VS and that glide slope. Right, let's land for the approach. So we've got alt glide slope, lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. And we want 180 knots at 12, yeah, 180 knots at 12 miles.
And Brussels traffic, beeline 223 Papa, vacated runway 19er.
Mark, if you switch from dev to experimental, do you need to remap the moth throttles? No, I think it continues and works. Can we pre-select the parking gate? Doing it now, which would be quite neat if that's the case. So we'll have to mess around when we're there. So 134 I think we're at. Okay, come out of that, relaunch it again, because I've not found a way to be able to go back to the top menu for this. Okay, 134, there we go. Good, nice that that's pre-selected for us. Lock star. I'd never even thought about pre-selecting the gate prior to actually touching down, so that's quite a neat touch. I like that. Here we go. Airport's coming into view.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Beluga on PC says, how much different is the flame with the FlyByWire compared to the Phoenix? Beluga, ask me again in around 5 minutes. I honestly don't know. It's been a while since I did this. Risky, do I fly for Virtual Easy or is it just my own planning? Yeah, it's just my own planning. Ooh, we're going to get that CDA. We're still dropping 200 feet per minute. That's fine. Glide slope's just coming to meet us. Headwind's helping to slow us down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrests down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Looks like it's really getting quite late in the evening, isn't it? It's actually not. There we go, Alt Start. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2. And then at 6 miles out, we'll go 6 miles, 160 knots. Brussels traffic, top Swiss 13 Tango Papa, established runway 25 left, 9 mile final. Speed 180. Glide slow. Missed approach, 4,000 feet set.
2,500.
I recognise that voice from somewhere.
Don't know what he means. Okay, it's just reduced now to 160. Ding the cabin up here. Get those off.
2,000.
And flaps 3. Speeds checked. Flaps 3. I'll push for managed. There we go. Gear down. Spoilers. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Go around altitude 4,000 feet. Set Eco memo. Landing no blue. Hey, Roger. Just remember the go-around track is not available in the FlyByWire yet, so if you need to go around for whatever reason, it's straight out 700 feet, turn right. Correction, turn left. Don't turn right. Straight into the path of oncoming, departing traffic. Brussels traffic, top switch 13 Tango Papa, runway 25 left, 3 mile final.
Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 8 Papa uniform, that's on a 8 mile final.
1,000.
180 knots. Takeoff uniform.
1,000 feet, confirmed. Right, let's see how this handles compared to the Phoenix, shall we? Autopilot R5 control.
$500.
Ground speed mini doing its job.
$400. $300. 100 above.
Feels a bit bouncy, but that's probably the wind buffering on the nose.
200.
It is a good headwind.
Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Wow, that touchdown from FS Realistic was a little overcooked, don't we think? Spoilers, reverse green, decel. Idle. Toe brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
V75 Charlie Echo, established on the localizer, 13 miles for runway 25 left on the Yankee approach.
seatbelt side has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for
Brussels
messaging,
traffic,
calls, or
runway
internet access
25
may
is
now
vacated,
be
crossing
Please make sure that you take all your
crossing
personal
out
belongings with
runway
you, checking in the seat
07
pocket,
right.
underneath the seat, and in the overhead
Correction.
lockers.
Crossing
Do
runway
take care when
01.
opening the lockers and calls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
Yeah, the touchdown was nowhere near as bad as FS Realistic did that.
Today, our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official
V75 Charlie Echo, established on device slope, 11 miles.
I've got a replay queued up actually if you want to check that out when we get there. We'll see what it actually looked like. It might have been bad, who knows? Find out together, won't we? Didn't feel like it was going to be a bad touchdown, to be honest. I think FS Realistic just decided, I need to tweak those sensitivities a little bit. Right, I keep forgetting this thing rolls away because it's the Neo. I need to control the taxi speed a little bit more, I think. Yeah, I'll check that out when we get there. Let's concentrate on where we're going. Self-loading cargo gave that a touchdown rate of 145, which I think is probably about right. It wasn't double digits butter, but yeah, I don't think it was as bad as was made out. Right, taxiing all the way around. Anyway guys, despite that, welcome to Brussels.
Takeoff uniform vacated and clear of 2 for left onto Charlie 4.
Left-hand turn coming up. So there's the outer 7, yeah, left turn onto in a 6.
Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 8, Pop Uniform, taxiing to stand 143 via Alta and Romeo for Brussels.
Simon says, how can a number of landing rate monitors get the figures so wildly different? Exactly. We're not on the inner 6, we're on the outer 6. That's okay. I think this airport is unbelievably well done. I don't think there's another airport comes close to this, does it really? I'd love to know what you think is comparable with Aerosofts, because they classify this as a mega airport, don't they? It's that good. Pierre's just said as well, yeah, scenery from Aerosoft is just so well made. FS Insight, this is the experimental version, yeah, experimental version. So we're aiming for stand 134. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Shut down engine 2. Shouldn't now roll away quite as much. So we want to take the next left. This is out of 5, so yeah, this next one over here, and our parking stand's over there somewhere. Yeah, there's definitely no other airport that comes close to this, really, is there? I mean, all the traffic, the passengers, the inside terminal, that kind of thing, it's just brilliant. Blugger says the thing that throws him off for him is the default view. What's the default view? That's the default view, I think. Pagla1 says Zurich's pretty neat as well. Who makes Zurich? Because there's a default one, isn't there? Handcrafted by Azobo. Captain Skill says Newark is on par with the immersion, but the performance hurts. Performance seems to be doing quite well just here right now. Right, see if we can find our gate. Simon says, oh, is Zurich FS Dream Team? Oh, okay, I've not got that. Stand 134. Where they put all the low-cost carriers. Well, they certainly put Easyjet. We don't get jetways, they cost too much money. Passengers have to walk and get wet. If you've enjoyed the flight this morning, guys, please do leave a like. One 136. This should be our next one. 134. There we go. Right, in we go. Didn't we pre-select this from GSX? There doesn't seem to be much there waiting for us. Yeah, 134. Oh well. Never mind. Who's this guy coming to get us? That must be remote control. That's not even got a driver. But there do seem to be some people stood there, look. Unless that's just Microsoft, they're Microsoft's default people. Seems to be struggling to get this to turn in at the minute. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, there we go. Now we're rolling. It's almost like I've got the brake stuck on. I promise I haven't. There we go. Good enough. Right, shall we check out that landing then? See if it was as bad as FS Realistic made it out. Let me just do a few things first. So we'll get rid of self-loading cargo. We shall stop the replay. We'll obviously come off VATSIM. So there we are. That's that done. I'm going to get all sorts of alarms here because I've shut down an engine. But yeah, let's just see what this landing actually looks like.
$1,000.
We'll have a look from both sides. Pierre Deck, which replay tool do I use? I use SkyDolly. It's free. FlightSim.to. Amazing, simple. I like software which is simple. Simple, easy to use, no mega massive interfaces or things like that. SkyDolly is perfect. It's kind of one of the reasons why I like it and still use self-loading cargo, just because it's straightforward. Let's see how bad this landing really was. So the overall approach here just looks fine. Don't think it dropped out of the sky. Oh well, I'll take that every day of the week. No, I wouldn't. That's far too soft. What was that? 24? Yeah, you can't really believe any of them. I don't believe that one, to be honest. I think that was far too good. I'll check the other side. Do you reckon the touchdown rate's different depending on which side of the aircraft just is at? Oh, look at the shadow. I like that. The low sun in the sky in wintertime makes for some great lighting effects. Oh, it was 1 feet per minute harder sat on the right hand side. Maybe we'll just have to judge for ourselves. Let's look outside. We'll judge for ourselves, shall we? Oh, that's a nice picture. Yeah, we'll take those all day long, won't we? Really neat. centerline, touchdown zone. And the cabin crew won't have complained about that either. Alpha I use SkyDolly, a free replay tool from flightsim.to. It's simple, it works, it's brilliant. Well guys, thank you so much for your company this morning, and to Barry Barton. Barry, I hope you're still there, mate. Amazing with the 50 donated Easyjet Sim Pilot Channel memberships. That was just insane. And of course, not forgetting Mark and Nick's contribution as well. And we had, I am so sorry, how embarrassing, I forgot who, there was another donation of 10 Easyjet Sim Pilot Channel memberships earlier on in the stream. I will go back and find that. But yeah, basically, thank you so much, you guys. Incredibly generous of you. And let's just do a final check on the subscriber count, because we are on the countdown now to 30,000 subscribers, which is just amazing. Yeah, so we need 47 more subscribers, which is wow. A huge thank you to all of you for helping the channel build and grow. Hopefully it's going to be a great year this year for the channel. A330 coming out from Aerosoft as well. Remember, if you are one of our new members, get yourself in our Discord server, get yourself into the members lounge, and yeah, join me for regular chats and things. Would love to see you all and speak to you all on there. Thank you very much, everyone, whatever you're doing today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. I shall see you all in the next stream, whenever that may be, and I'll be in touch, of course, on Discord. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.